Hello, Jason here. Today I'm just gonna make a little video, and I hope this resonates with your spirit, if you have one. Anyways, I appreciate all of you that took the time to subscribe to this channel, because this channel is some guidance and maybe some clarity for what the scriptures are actually trying to show you, right? And we are in these times, like I've been saying for many, many years, right? That these times were going to come to us, as demonstrated in Exodus 20:20, that no one even seems to realize that we're in the final test of faith, as what Jesus warned us about, right? And Revelation 3:20 is basically him saying, you're going to be all locked in your homes on that day. Exactly what's happened, right? March 20th is when the rates escalated in the States, and Saskatchewan, my home province, it's when we went into lockdown, right? So today I want to try and read to you John chapter 9, verse 6. Okay, and I want you guys to hear me carefully. Well, the first, in verse 5, it says, as long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. Okay, and verse 6, when he had thus spoken, he spat on the ground and made a clay of the spittle, and he anointed the eyes of the blind man with clay. And in the 1611, it has two lines interceding with right before anointed, which those two lines symbolize or spread the clay upon the eyes of the blind man. Like in my last video, I was trying to say, um, when a boy became a man in the biblical times, it was the age about 12, right? From the ages 11 or 12 until the Jewish people, celebrated when he became a man, right? So when you think that a grown old man, with beard and all this, well, that's what you think, because that's what you were indoctrinated with these videos. Like, when they made Jesus of Nazareth, when he created the blind man, he's just an old guy, right? See, that's not the case. You have to realize that when a boy became a man, it was the age of 12. So he must have been 12 years of age, right? Because he was still with his, well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to presume who he's with. But the point is, he was there. And the miracle was Jesus, him, helping him. Think about the times that we're in right now, when everybody's keeping a distance apart from each other. Okay, we have to keep our distance. Okay, right? And think of those times that we're in right now, or when Jesus' time, when people were suffering because of the Roman occupation. So there must have been a lot of homeless people, a lot of sick people, and you got to keep in time. You got to keep the time that there was no healthcare system. It was pretty bad times. So here comes Jesus, come along, right? Sees this guy probably filthy, or this kid, right? Eyes crusted from pink eye, right? Eye infection, right? And who would want to touch him? Think about that for a minute when you're out in public today. When you see a homeless person, you want to stay quite far from him. But Jesus didn't. What he did was, he went and he helped the person, as he knew the medicines that were on earth. Because in the beginning of the Bible, it says God gave every herb-bearing seed, everything use to heal with. God gave it all. That is putting your trust in God. So Jesus comes along, right? He knew this, as Native Americans, my ancestors, healed with clay. Okay, and that knowledge has been lost since the colonization of Europeans, starting in 1492. Okay, so I'm trying to show you today what the type of clay that was used. On the Sea of Galilee, on the seabed, it's all clay of bentonite, right? So when Jesus went and grabbed the clay, it was actually clay bentonite, which is a volcanic clay, which contains, like, I mean, you can't go grab any clay and use it. No, no, this is a specific type. It's clay bentonite, and it's volcanic clay, which contains antiviral, antibacterial. So when uh, the man boy, right, when he had an eye infection, right, his eyes were pretty much sealed shut because of the eye infection, right? So when Jesus went and spat on the ground, right, there was clay there. He picked it up and he rubbed it in the boy's eyes or the man's eyes, right? And what that did was it removed the eye infection from his eyes, okay? And his eyes were able to open. Therefore, he was able to see. Okay, so when Jesus is healing the blind, it's kind of also a metaphor, also, right? Um, Even now, if you use this type of clay, which I'm going to show you, but you can finish off that verse. You find that in John chapter 9. So, anyways, today I have the last bit of my clay, right? As you can see, right? That's the stuff I use, right? This is the last of it. I'm waiting for my next shipment to come in, and you only do it once a week, right? You know, or if you feel like you have a sore throat or anything, if you're sick or something, right? It helps. Uh, it actually gives your body immunity also, and that's actual antiviral, antibacterial, and actually the stuff that we eat, it contains toxins. Those toxins are like metals that are in food, right? This what this clay does, it's it once it's in your stomach, it draws all those toxins into it, and then when you go to the bathroom, it flushes it all out, right? So this is the last remaining bit I have, and all you got to do, right, is here's your just your water. I use a mason jar, right? I had a lid somewhere, right? And then you just pour the rest in there, right? About a tablespoon. I don't have very much left anymore. I ordered more. You can buy it on Amazon. I'll probably include a link on Amazon. Or just type it in. Go on Amazon.ca, right? It doesn't have a taste. It tastes like a mint, right? And I'm just gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab a lid. All right, so I got my lid for my mason jar. And these mason jars, you can get them with spaghetti sauce. So I just save them, right? And then you just mix it up, right? And the handy thing about these jars is it gives you the measurement right on it, right? So you just mix it, right? See this, what I'm showing you is the test of faith that Jesus was warning that was coming to the earth, right? Because there would be a plague that would come, right? So this is where Jesus' words come into play, right? This is the test of faith. So anybody can believe in him. Yay! But do you really believe in him? Do you believe in his words? That's the difference, right? So it just takes a while to uh, dissolve it in the water, right? I'm feeling 100%, right? Right before the sickness happened, I did have a sore throat. I've never had a sore throat like that ever. But anyways, I took care of myself, right? and I got rid of it within 3 days, right? By using this stuff. Right, so I did make a video about a year ago about it, right, showing people, but I got rid of all those videos and started over with a new format, using a spreadsheet so that way you can actually see how my videos are with the Word of God, which is what you're supposed to do. Right, so it's not very off, but it's pretty simple, right? So you'll see all these people, all these patients that are in ICU or in the medical industry, all they got to do is use this. You know, make a solution of this, keep it up there, have it right intravenous, right into the bloodstream, right? The antiviral in here dates back, like the day that the Earth was created. Okay, so they're saying that, you know, as the Earth dries up, you know, more viruses are coming out. Well, these viruses, well, they're also medicines that God provides, and this is it. This is the medicine that Jesus was trying to tell you to heal with. Right? So if you have a sore on, if you have acne or something like that, or if you have something plaguing your skin, right? All you can do is make a mask out of this. It'll get rid of it. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna see if there's any. So it's like, it looks like I said, muddy water. But this is it. This is where you have to. This is where humility comes from, right? You have to trust in Jesus, right? And that the world doesn't. Nobody wants to. You go online right now. You go on YouTube. Jesus is coming. Jesus is coming. You know what I mean? That's it. Okay, Jesus is coming, and then what? So they don't know His words. And something so simple like this that I'm showing you is the cure, right? And that goes back to Revelations 20, verse 15, which I was telling people that is, those are dates, right? 2 dates in one. From January 5th, which specifically, that's the date that the Chinese authorities, right, informed the World Health Organization that there was something wrong, right? There's this virus, right? They had 59 cases at that time, right? And that was on the 5th. That's when this all started, right? So the next date on that Revelations 20, verse 15 is May 1st, which, by the way, is during that week is the Comet Atlas, which is the sign of Son of Man, which concludes the harvest that we're in right now. So everyone that I've informed and people that are actually listening to what I'm saying, right, will be the ones saved because they trusted in Jesus and God's words that I'm providing you, right? Just because you see my name that I'm telling you about, that was in the Word of God. See, I never chose my name. It was given to me, right? So don't get upset with me because I'm going against your belief. Because the one that returns is Jesus' Spirit. Jesus' Spirit is the one that guides you into what the truth is. And the truth is, here's the healing medicine. That is the test of faith. Will anybody have the faith in Jesus? Is basically what he's saying. Nobody. I haven't seen nobody online teaching. Everybody has answers, everybody this and all this, but yet people are dying. People are falling ill. And no one knows why. No one wants a cure. You see all these doctors, oh, we're working on a cure. It might come. It might. Nobody knows because the only truth, the way, and the life is Jesus. Right? And I'm the one that was mentioned about, that was in Zechariah 4:14, the second son, right? That nobody knows. That's what Jesus was trying to say. You have to believe when the Son of Man comes. Because he's going to show you, he's going to tell you all these things, right? Remind you of who Jesus is and was. But instead, everybody's following Paul. Well, if you're gonna keep following Paul, well, then you're not going to know what this is, because Paul didn't know who Jesus was. So, bottoms up. if you don't wash it out too well, you have a little bit of grains. Anyways, that's it. So, anyways, focus. Get this message out there. Um, right. That's because we need to start doing what Jesus has said and start following and trusting in what he's trying to tell us, right? And if you don't, well, a lot of people are going to die, and the blood will be on your hands. You understand? So, anyways, I'd like to thank you. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, and soul. I didn't come to take away the law of the prophets. I came to fulfill. Thank you, and God bless.